Today I've got a video covering 15 fragrances, and what we're going to talk about is the best kept secrets in fragrance. So I'm going to be talking about things that by and large the fragrance community knows about, but you know, the commoners, the normies, the plebes, they know nothing about the wonderful magic in this video. So we're going to be talking about things that are going to save you money, that are going to help you to find very interesting and I think very cool sort of little niches within fragrance. So this is going to be really good. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Remember to give an absolutely exclusive, secretive click to the like button if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel. I've got content coming out every couple days. All right, let's go ahead and get in. The first thing that I'll mention is one of these secrets within the fragrance community is car brand fragrances. There are actually some car brands that have some really good fragrances. I've got a couple brands here. I might grab another one off the shelf, but some of these brands, which, you know, these are, you know, multi-billion-dollar companies, and they're releasing fragrances many times where they can put a significant budget into a fragrance and maybe they'll sell it at the dealership for $100. But by the time they reach discounters, you can get many of these for 20, 30 bucks. And so this is, I think, a really great way to pick up high quality fragrances at a low price. One of the best is Mercedes-Benz. They have some killer fragrances. They're well known for their fragrances. You do have to do the research to find out which ones would you like, which ones would you not. But one of them is this one right here. It's just Mercedes-Benz Man, I believe is what it's called. It's the one with the blue emblem, and this is a very good alternative to Parfums de Marly Percival or Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. I think it is a little closer to Percival though. To me, Fierce has a little bit more of an herbal tinge, giving it a little bit more of a texture, where Percival is just smoother. And this one is along the lines of the smoother kind of a DNA, but really good stuff. Again, this one I believe is just called Mercedes-Benz Man. I'll fix that on the text if I'm wrong about that, but it's really, really good. And super mass pleasing. Almost everybody likes this fragrance. Another one from the house, if you can say that, of Mercedes is this one right here, Mercedes-Benz Intense. I've got this jug, this big 8-ounce bottle. I got this for $40 on Amazon, and it is a really good alternative to Dior Fahrenheit. But it is a more mass-pleasing version of Fahrenheit. It's a little bit sweeter. The power of the petrol, you know, violet leather vibe is rolled back a little bit. So I would say it's a modernized take on Dior Fahrenheit. Really good stuff and very inexpensive, as most of these are. Another house that's got some great fragrances is Bentley. And one that blew up 4 or 5 years ago just because it's super high quality and very inexpensive is this one right here. I'm going to grab off the shelf. I just have a tiny bottle of this. It's all that I need. This is Mercedes-Benz For Men Intense. And you can get the 100 ml for like $40. I got this little bottle. It's a 10 ml or 12 or 15. A 15 ml I think I got for around $15 or $12 on fragrancebuy.ca. But this is a boozy leather incense fragrance. It definitely does not smell designer. It's definitely mature. It's not for everybody. You can even get the Bentley for Men, which is a lighter take. There's not the incense note, and all of the notes are just sort of calmed down a little bit. But this one, it is dark, it's strong, it's powerful, it's nuclear. You know, I've only used a little of this because 3 sprays is all that you need. And this is, again, Bentley for Men Intense. That one actually will make this video 16 instead of 15 fragrances. Another one that's actually surprisingly good is Ferrari. And I've got several back here that I'm not putting in the video because they're discontinued now. But There was Ferrari's Noble Fig. There was Uomo, which is another Fahrenheit-like fragrance. There was a bunch of them. There was, I think, a mint one. There was a Neroli one. Those are all discontinued, but these you can actually still get. The Scuderia or Scuderia fragrances. This is Scuderia Black, and it's a actually surprisingly good alternative to Boss Bottled. It's that sort of fuzzy apple, spicy goodness. The one that I actually thought I was buying was Scuderia Forte, which is apparently the best one in the line. I haven't smelled it, but I'll pick it up before long. But if you like Boss Bottled or even Boss Bottled Intense, this one is very similar to Boss Bottled with some of the characteristics of Boss Bottled Intense. Again, Ferrari Scuderia Black. All right, so car brands, one of these best kept secrets. Another one would be rack store fragrances. If you do your research, you can go to TJ Maxx, you can go to Burlington Coat Factory, you can go to Ross for Less, or several others of these big rack stores. And what you will find is some of the fragrances on the shelf are shockingly good. I've probably got 30 on the shelf behind me. I got a bunch, I don't know. But here's just a few to mention. One would be English Laundry fragrances. I would say English Laundry fragrances are a top quality designer brand. They may even be niche. I don't know if they make anything other than fragrances. And they're $80 or $100 at retail, but often at the rack stores, you can get them for $20 or less. This is one of the best from English Laundry. This is Tahitian Waters. And this is a very good tropical coconut and tequila fragrance. It's got some musk in it that's going to give, there's a little bit of a green tinge, a muskiness. It's just a wonderful tropical fragrance, but there's a bunch from this brand. I've got 5 or 6 of them. English Laundry, if you find them and you can sample them, check it out, and you'll probably walk out with a bottle. Another one, this one's kind of an oldie but a goodie. This one right here, Michael Jordan Intense. It's been compared to Bond No. 9 New Harlem, and I've never smelled New Harlem, but people said that that was sort of like a pancake and syrup and coffee kind of a fragrance. And this one definitely has that kind of pancake sweetness, like a vanillic, ambery sweetness, and it's got a good coffee note. But there's also a leather note in this one that reminds me a lot of C.H. Men. It's sort of like the leather note from C.H. Men mixed with that ambery, warm sweetness and coffee. This one is Michael Jordan Legend. If you can find this one, which Burlington often has it in stock around here anyway, it is killer. An awesome winter fragrance. And I think I paid $15 or less for this. Another one, the Guess brand actually has some great fragrances. The Guess Seductive Red is a Boss Bottled alternative. I think the black one is a 1 million alternative. This one, Seductive Blue, is a Lanaudy de Lome alternative. You can see my sons have used almost this whole bottle. But it's that, warm, cardamom, spicy, fresh, a little bit of ginger, lavender. It's a really nice fragrance, and Lanaudy de Lome is one of the best-selling fragrances of all time. And this one's pretty close. To me, it's a touch more powdery than Lanaudy de Lome, but pretty good alternative for super cheap, like $15 for these. I think there's a 50 ml bottle, something like that. So, I could go on and on about rack store fragrances. They're well known in the community, and if you do your research, you can find some real gems for super cheap. All right, and another category of these best kept secrets, I would say ultra cheapies. I would call them that. And there's a bunch of them out there. You're going to find a number of them from the brand Parfum's Belcam. It's an American-made company, and they release some excellent dupes. This one right here is actually an alternative to Armani's Acqua di Gio Profondo, and this is a really, really good, inexpensive, sweet, aromatic blue fragrance. It's got a lot of similarities to Profondo, but it also has a difference in that this doesn't have much of that mineral note that really is distinctive in Profondo. But if you want the best, hands down, aromatic Blue fragrance for $10. This would be my #1 recommendation. This stuff is incredible. A bunch of you have picked it up and said you love it. It's like a 7-8 hour performer on me. Excellent blue fragrance. This is Go Blue from Belcam. Another one from Belcam. It's like a $10 or $12 fragrance. This is a killer clone of Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. It's just called Bold Tobacco. It is gorgeous. It's a licorice forward. You know, there is a good licorice note in Tobacco Vanille. And this one, that's right front and center. If you don't like the smell of black licorice, stay away from this one. But it's that beautiful, sweet tobacco, vanilla, super spicy, very long lasting. This is an 8+ hour fragrance for like $10 or $12. They did a really good job with it. And same with this one. Many of you have picked this up after I've recommended it and said that it is awesome. And I am not, I'm not bullcrapping you. That is really good stuff right there. All right, this one. Now, I'm going to show you a couple ultra cheapies from Ard Al Zafran, a Middle Eastern clone company. This one is an alternative to Amouage Interlude Man, sometimes called the Blue Beast. This is Midnight Oud. It's, I think the full name is, just Midnight Oud. And the 50 ml bottles of these fragrances, Midnight Oud and Oud 24 Hours, there's a bunch of them. You can get these for like $10 or $12 on Amazon. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Interlude Man. It is a very herbal incense fragrance. There's like rosemary and like the kind of herbs you would cook with mixed with a powerful smoky incense. And I'm telling you, even though this is a $10 fragrance, it is very similar to Interlude Man. I'm not a big fan of either of them. You can see I've worn this one, maybe 5 or 10 times. It's definitely lower quality than Amouage, but they capture the essence of the scent for sure. Another one of these ultra cheapies. I used to absolutely love Tom Ford Black Orchid, and this is a great alternative. It's just Oud 24 Hours by Ard Al Zafran. For some reason, I just got kind of burnt out on Black Orchid. I don't love it as much anymore. It's this chocolatey floral fragrance. There's some spice in there. There may even be a leather note. The newer one, I think there's a Parfum they just released that I actually do really like that one. If they release a clone, somebody releases a clone, I'll buy it. I don't know if I'll buy the original. But if you like Black Orchid, again, it's a lower quality fragrance for sure, but they really capture the essence of that fragrance, and they do a really good job with it. For the price, it's insane. All right, this next one isn't necessarily a clone, but it is super similar to a popular chocolate fragrance. This is Al Rehab's Choco Musk. It's another one of these $10 fragrances, and it is a great alternative to Chocolate Greedy, which is a powerful chocolate fragrance with a strong vanilla note. This fragrance smells like a chocolate cake with some vanilla icing. It's a rich, chocolatey, powerful, long-lasting. This is like a 10-hour fragrance. You can spray it on at night. You will definitely still smell it on your skin the next day. And again, for $10, if you like very sweet chocolate and vanilla, this is definitely worth picking up. This is a unisex fragrance for sure. But it's really good. Every time I wear this, my wife compliments me on it. I'll wear it at night sometimes. 3 sprays is all you need, and you're still got a cloud in the morning when you wake up. All right. Let's see. Now what we'll shift into is, one more I would put in the category of ultra cheapy. Instead of $10 though, this is about a $20 fragrance if you find it on discounters, at least the last time I checked. Pepe Jeans has come out with some really good fragrances. And this one I'm going to show you is insanely impressive. This is Pepe Jeans Celebrate. And it is a black currant, white chocolate, cinnamon spiced fragrance. I think there's cinnamon, black pepper, maybe even cardamom. So it is this gourmand sweet fragrance, but that black currant and that cacao and that spice. I mean, I have nothing else in my collection that smells like this. This is an 8-hour fragrance on me. I am telling you, it is very surprising that a fragrance like this is coming out from Pepe Jeans. If this was a niche fragrance, I don't think anybody would bat an eye. Just it's so unique that it's a powerful gourmand with sweetness and spice. And so again, Pepe Jeans Celebrate, really interesting kind of cheapy hidden gem right here. Good stuff. All right, the next category that I will mention would be what I would just call insane Amazon finds. If you kind of, hunt on Amazon, creep on Amazon, then you will find fragrances all day long for under $20 that it makes no sense that they are that cheap. One that would be a good example would be Maison Alhambra's dupes of Parfums de Marly fragrances. They did a whole line of these. This is Galatea. This is a Godolphin clone. And this is, a shockingly good straight leather fragrance. This is somewhere between like Tom Ford's Tuscan leather and Tom Ford ombre leather. It's not quite as harsh as Tuscan leather, but it does have that powerful, strong, naturalistic, realistic leather. There's also some aromatics and spice in this one. It's a really good alternative to Godolphin, surprisingly so. And I got this for $19 on Amazon. Again, Maison Alhambra Galatea. All right, another one that right now, I looked last night, it's $18 right now on Amazon. This is one of my favorite summer fragrances, period. This is a dupe of 1 Million Parfum. This is Lattafa Fakar Exate. Sometimes it's called Fakar Gold, but it's one of those solar notes fragrances. It's got solar notes and vanilla and, or maybe it's amber rather than vanilla. It's got a tuberose note. So it's going to remind you of the smell of like a sweet suntanning oil, but it's also got some spiciness that the 1 Million doesn't even have. This is an excellent fragrance. It is unisex, but I absolutely love this stuff. I kind of hyped it this summer. Fakar Exate. Check it out if that sounds interesting. Another one that I think is fairly new. This is a Fragrance World clone that I only became aware of it a few months ago. This is an alternative to Dior Homme Sport. This is Parfum d'Homme Sport from Fragrance World. It's like $19 on Amazon. It is one of those woody fragrance chemical fragrances, quite similar to just the current Dior Homme, the one without the iris note. It's just this, it's a synthetic fragrance for sure, and the quality in this one is not going to match the Dior, but the Dior is also a synthetic fragrance. All they did was they took that Dior Homme DNA and they added an extra citrus burst to just sort of freshen it up, lighten it up a little bit. And this one is probably only about a 5 or 6 hour fragrance on me, but it's very close to the Dior and it's insanely cheap. Again, Parfum d'Homme Sport. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your recommendations for best kept secrets in fragrance? I think each one of these, the vast majority of the population knows nothing about. You can smell amazing for very little money if you know where to look. Remember to give an exclusive, secretive click to the like button if you like the video and subscribe. I'm Justin. This is Sillage Scents.